Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everybody had a good festive season and that everybody's back in one piece. I hope you guys enjoyed your holidays, but now it's back to work. So on this video, I'll be analyzing three currency pairs, which is the USDJPY, EURUSD, and NASDAQ. Okay, so looking at the USDJPY, I can see that based on the analysis that we had from last year, we had already have marked our support and resistance levels. Okay, so with those, we still continue using them as our targets. Okay, as you can see here, what we are looking at will be anticipating a pullback to that level and a continuation. So already based on that, we already have our target, and our target is 118.848. okay, so looking back at the 4-hour time frame, what we can clearly see is an uptrend. Okay, so with that uptrend, we have identified that the uptrend is still continuing. Marking it with our trend lines, you can clearly see that it's been pushing to the upside. So here I'm marking my trend. Okay, and as you know that we do that on our 4-hour time frame, hence the time frame that I'm using here. So adjusting my trend line, you can clearly see that there is still a lot of momentum pushing to the upside. Okay, so when I try mark another part of the rising resistance level, so you can pick any high where you can clearly mark your support and resistance levels. Understand? No, not support and resistance levels, but your trend. So the direction of this trend is an uptrend. So based on the daily time frame, we were able to notice that it has broken out of the resistance level, which is level 115.453. So with that breakout, we're anticipating that there will be a continuous move to the upside. Okay, but before that happens, we'll anticipate for a pullback. So there will be a push, a pullback, and then a continuation. So that's what I'm anticipating is going to happen with the USDJPY. Okay, and just to refresh your memory is that we go to the 1-hour time frame after we are done with the 4-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is where we'll be trying to identify our entry. Okay, and if you remember quite very well, is that it's the same principle. It's pullback, it's break, pullback, and a continuation. So as you can see here, what I've noticed is that on the 1-hour time frame, we're looking to draw a line opposite the direction of the trend. Then after that, there will be a break and then a pullback. At that pullback level, that's where we'll be looking to get our entry. Okay, another point where this happened was here. So after drawing the line opposite the direction of the trend, we notice a breakout and a pullback. So at that level, that's where we would have taken a buy entry. Okay, so it's the same principle. It's the same principle over and over again. Even on this level, we're able to draw a line opposite the direction of a trend. And as you can see, there was a breakout, a pullback. So at that pullback level, even this one was overly extended, but that was a false break to the downside. So there was a continuation to the upside. Understand? So the same thing needs to happen here at the current market price, that you must be able to draw a line opposite the direction of the trend. So what we will anticipate is going to happen is that the price will continue to pull away from the line we drew opposite the direction of the trend. Okay, and then when there's a breakout, we'll anticipate for a pullback. Then at that pullback level, that's where we'll be anticipating to get our entry. So we'll anticipate for a breakout to happen, and then there will be a pullback roughly at around that level, and then from there on there will be a push or a continuation to the upside. But from now it's not really clear when that pullback or continuation is going to happen. So USDJPY, we are not ready to take entry, so we just wait for it to complete the structure. Okay, so here looking at our Euro USD, so this is my past analysis from the past year. So we continue with the same analysis that we had from last year. So on our daily time frame, this is where we mark our support and resistance levels. But firstly, we change our candlesticks into line charts, and then we mark the next possible support level and the next possible support level, as you can see. So now we have our support and resistance levels. Okay, so what we anticipate is that since it rejected on that level, and as you can see that it also aligns with the previous areas where that level was respected as the resistance, so we anticipating that it's still going to hold. So going back to our candlesticks, we can clearly see that there is still momentum to the downside. Okay, and that resistance level was respected, and then we have our next possible targets to the downside. Okay, so let me remove those targets from last year. So now we move to our 4-hour time frame. So on our 4-hour time frame, I'm sorry, my network is a bit slow, but on our 4-hour time frame, this is where we try to identify the direction of the trend, whether it's an uptrend, a downtrend, or a consolidation. We get it. So now, just looking at it from this perspective, I can clearly see that we are still within a consolidation. As you can see that it moves from support to resistance and support to resistance, and then now we can mark our trend. So our trend here is consolidation. As you can see, it moves from that high, comes back to approach the low, and then moves in that fashion. So even now, what I'm anticipating, since it's been moving in this fashion from the support to resistance, approach support, approach resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. So I'm anticipating that it's going to continue to push to the downside. Okay, so keeping in mind what we saw on the daily time frame, we're anticipating that there will be a break out to the downside, breakout, a pullback, and then a continuation. Okay, and then the only time our trade will not be valid is if there's a push to the upside, a pullback, and a continuation to the upside. So then we will revisit the analysis and see if we can't get buys. Understand? And then moving down to the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, this is where we are looking to get our entries, right? I'm sorry about that. The network is a bit slow. So let's try to reload it and see what's going to happen. Okay, the network is really disappointing us, but we're going to be a bit patient. So how do you trade our consolidation? So what we normally do is that we look for sells when it's at resistance. At that resistance level, that's where we'll be looking to take sells. And then also when it's at our support level, we are looking to buy. Okay, so when it's at the support level, we buy. And then when it's at the resistance level, we're looking to sell. And then when you are selling, your stop loss should be slightly above the previous high. And then when you buy, your stop loss should be slightly below the previous low. So that's how you can trade your consolidation. So going to our 1-hour time frame, this is where we'll be looking to get our buys. Understand? So let me remove this anchor text. So here Euro USD is still in consolidation phase. So in this consolidation phase, we will sell at resistance and we will buy at support. But ultimately, we are anticipating that it's going to push to the downside, and our next target is going to be 1.09950. Understand? So that consolidation is very much tradable until we have a clear breakout to the downside, and then our target is 1.09950. Okay. But I'll keep you guys updated on the movement of these pairs that I'm analyzing. Okay. So moving on to everybody's favorite pair, which is the NAS 100. So what I want you to know about NASDAQ is that it is at its ultimate high, and I think it's going to continue to push to the upside, because I checked the news and I saw that Apple was evaluated to be worth over 3 trillion. So it's one of the 100 companies that are represented by NASDAQ. So what I'm anticipating that it's gonna go all the way up to that level and break that previous high, which is 16,769. Understand? So looking at the 4-hour time frame with NASDAQ, let's wait for it to load a bit. So ultimately on NASDAQ, it's been on an uptrend for a very long time. So in most cases, I don't look for sales on this pair. So even here, I'll be looking to buy NASDAQ. Then the next target is 16,769.4. Okay. So checking at the trend, you can clearly see that there was a pullback there. But there has also been a breakout. Understand? So this is an indication that there is still going to be a continuation to the upside. So my next target on NASDAQ is definitely 16,769.4. So as you can see here, there was a flag. So I'm anticipating that there will be a breakout, a continuation to that level there. 16. Okay, let me adjust. Not that one. Let me adjust the resistant level. Yeah, that one here. So I'm anticipating there will be a push to 16,659.9 and then a continuation all the way up to 16,769. You understand? So after noticing a pullback, I'll be looking to buy to that level of 16,661, and then ultimately the target that is next is going to be 16,769. Okay. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, I'm anticipating that there will be a retest to that level there. So I'm anticipating there will be a pushback . Yeah, I'm anticipating there will be a retest to that level there, and then there will be a continuation to 16,659, and then ultimately the next target. So I hope this is helpful. But checking at the previous support and resistance levels, the retest can happen at either one of these levels. Understand? So I'll keep you guys updated on the progress of this NASDAQ so that you can both catch pips. I try to check other pairs, but the markets are still a bit choppy, so I'll just keep on updating you guys so that you can all just trade the same things and catch these pips. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.